Hello, this is Matt Cannon with my thoughts of the day. I'm out here in nature, and I wanted to take a few minutes to share something that I've been thinking about, um, which is a book I read a couple of years back, and it's an excellent book. The book is called Optionality, and it's by this guy named Richard Meadows. But there's one part in the book, one particular section in the book, where he says to take on the very unnatural tendency to be kind to the old geezer who shares your name. So he said to take the very unnatural tendency to be kind to the old geezer who shares your name. And what does that mean? And why am I thinking about that? Well, what it primarily talks about, I believe, and like a lot of things, there's many different ways that things can be interpreted, and you can read a book and it can mean something different for you than it means for someone else. But the way I interpret it, and I think the way he interprets it, because if you read on in the book, he kind of talks a little bit about what he's saying. And he's saying that you got to be kind to your future self. This very unusual old geezer who shares your name. And what does that mean to be kind to your future self, this old geezer, if you will? It means taking care of yourself on all levels. So you want to take care of your health, because you don't want to just have lifespan, you want to have health span. Health span is different than lifespan. Like if you make it to say 90, 95, 99 years old, but your health span is horrible, meaning you're just basically surviving, maybe you're bedridden or you're in a chair or you can't really do anything, you don't have the quality of life. That is where you might have a long lifespan, but you won't have a long health span. And so the first thing you want to do is make sure you take care of yourself now for the benefit of your future self, enjoying that health span, a good healthy life. He also talks about the financial side of things. You want to delay gratification now and take money, invest it, save it, be careful of how you purchases you make and things that you do. Take care of yourself to a point financially that your future self will thank you, because no one wants to be in the position when you're retired or you're older, you're basically scraping by, living off of kibbles and bits, as some people say. You want to be in a position where you have plenty of money, you have money working for you, growing, compound annual growth, compound interest, the wonder of the world that Einstein even had a difficulty figuring out. And when you have compound annual growth, it's almost like you have a money tree, because your money can work 24/7 and it can work for you way harder than you can work for it. So you have to get to that tipping point eventually where money's working for you, you're not working for money, and where your benefits of money working for you far outweigh the if you were working for yourself, just because you have that compound interest and compound annual growth. So be kind to this old geezer who shares your name. I think it also entails to like going out in nature like this, having hobbies, having things that you enjoy doing that are healthy, good exercise, quality exercise, eating well. All of that ties into health span. And just generally being a person that deals with your life, get to a place where you don't have enemies, you're working your life out in a way that is, you've lived your life well, and you're in a position where you're doing things that matter, you're doing things you enjoy, and you've architected your life, because life is all about setting up a blueprint and architecting it in a way that makes you proud, in a way that you enjoy. And sometimes that means delaying gratification. So it may feel good in the here and now to, you know, spend money on this thing, or get this car, or get this house, or do whatever, the things that are outside of what wealth is. Riches are what you see, wealth is what you don't see. And there's nothing wrong with riches. If you have so much wealth that it's bubbling over and people see it, that's fine. That's kudos to you. That's a good thing. But a lot of times wealth are those people next door living very simply and driving a simple car, paid off car, not really flashy, but yet they're saving money every day, every pay period. They're always setting it aside, and they retire millionaires, multimillionaires, and sometimes even further than that. And they were just everyday people that you didn't realize it. On the other hand, you have people flashy, driving the best cars, the nicest houses, going on trips, doing all these different things, and yet they're not ever saving anything. They're never investing anything. That's not being kind to the old geezer who shares your name. So delayed gratification, health span over lifespan, get your financial house in order, and focus on having hobbies and activities that you both enjoy and they benefit you too, like from that health perspective. And you'll be on your way to being kind to the old geezer who shares your name. This is Matt Cannon with my thoughts of the day, signing out.